So you've registered for the demo, you've received your unique username and password, and now you've logged in. So now what? Well, feel free to try things out. This is your personal demo account, so go ahead and explore. Start by checking out the setup wizard. Don't worry, you can't wreck anything because this is a demo after all. Feel free to create classes, set up your calendar, and if this was the actual resource, this wizard would automatically open the very first time you open the course. There are also help documents and a support form that you can fill out if you encounter a problem or some sort of nasty bug. Next, check out these 4 tabs at the top of the page. The home page is where you see your classes and get notifications about recent submissions. The classes tab is how you manage your coursework and your calendar. The planner tab helps with long range planning. But probably the tab you'll want to spend the most time on is this curriculum tab. This is where all the content is housed. When you get there, you're going to see 4 folders followed by a link to the interactive math tools. You and your students can explore these virtual manipulatives at any time, and they're worth exploring. They're actually really cool. But it's these first 4 folders that are essential to Insights. The first one houses some resources to help you get started, and you definitely should take a look at these once you're ready to use Insights in your classroom. Lots and lots of good support here. The last one collects all the instructional videos and animations that are integrated into the assessment tasks and puts them in one place so that you can enjoy just browsing around and maybe use them some other time if you wish. But it's folders 2 and 3 that house the actual Insights content, the assessments. And this is where you should spend most of your time exploring. Folder 3 gives you a good look at the underlying structure of Insights. For example, you can assign ready-to-go cumulative assessments. These parallel past EQAO sample tests in both content and difficulty. And they assess student performance across all strands just like EQAO does. If I dig into this one that parallels EQAO 2007, you'll notice that it comes in a printable form so that you could download it, print it out, and preview the items more easily, or maybe there are some kids who might need a non-digital format. But it's this hybrid format that will let you see how the online environment works, and it's a really good place to start your exploration. We call it hybrid because while students will download and print the open response questions so that you can use pictures, numbers, or words to represent the solution, the multiple choice questions are completed and marked online for instant feedback. That means no marking for you. Kind of nice. So that's these cumulative assessments. And if I open them up, there you see multiple choice and open response. An answer key and scoring guide for open response. But this one down here is kind of interesting. Cumulative Assessment A, Teacher Resource, Interpreting Results. Now, you may not have known this, but EQAO actually uses a very complex scoring framework called item response theory. Bottom line, it's a rather sophisticated algorithm that determines a student level. In other words, 80% isn't necessarily an A or a level 4. So we've created an easy-to-use guide that helps you use this item response theory in a really easy way to sort of see, hey, so if a student got 49 out of 60, what would that be? Well, that'd be a high level 3. In multiple choice, if they got 23 right out of 28, that would be, according to the item response research that's been done behind these things, that would be a high level 3 again. So that's the cumulative assessments. If you're looking to measure growth over time, check out this parallel tasks. You could use one at one point and then this parallel assessment 2, both based on EQAO 2011 year, and see how students have progressed during that time. So These cumulative assessments show you the content source for insights. They're all parallel to EQAO assessments. But I think the more innovative part of insights is the ability to create your own assessments and use them throughout the year. That's the folder called Assign Assessment Questions. This takes all the questions from the cumulative assessments and individually sorts them by various criteria so that you can search, for example, by curriculum expectation. Right down to specifics. Or you can assess by topic. Or you can assess by textbook, unit, or lesson, either Math Makes Sense or Nelson Mathematics. Again, right down to the lesson level. So that's folder 3. Now look at folder 2, questions for building student understanding. It has the same questions as you saw in folder 3 and the same ability to create your own assignments, but now you also get to see some of the scaffolded feedback and instructional support used to help students build understanding. I mean, that's the name of the folder. And if I looked at only one folder in this demo, this would be the one I'd look at. Dig into any subfolder you wish because the content doesn't change. It's just sorted by different criteria to make it easier for you to find. So let's look at topic. Search by topic, and I'm going to interest in patterns in algebra. Start my year off with that. I'll open up pattern rules, and you'll notice that there are multiple choice questions and open response questions. Let's look at the multiple choice questions here. When you open one up, you'll notice it's an online environment. So I can read the task here, I can answer it, check my answer, get instant feedback, get a little prompt that gives me a suggestion as to what I might have done wrong. Other supports over here are kind of handy. Help me solve this. Takes this exact same question and breaks it into smaller chunks. Double means multiply by 2. I check my answer. And so write the pattern rule like this. Multiply each input by 2, then subtract 1. Continue. And so now it's going to walk me through each of that to check my answer. All right. When I'm done, I then am faced with a new task. I can also view an example. So I take now a task. Triple means multiply by 3. I can continue. It walks me through the whole thing. When I'm done, there's also a video that looks at an underlying big idea sitting behind this question. How do you find pattern rules in tables?
Finding pattern rules can be a bit of a challenge. I mean, how do you know whether when you're looking at these input-output tables
or an animation?
Let's look at this growing pattern.
So you'll definitely want to take a look at the multiple choice questions. No marking for you and instant feedback for your students with lots of support. But even the open response questions, so though you'll have to mark them, they too come with some additional support. Once students download and print this question, they'll see a QR code that they can access using their tablet or smartphone. This links out to 1 or 2 related videos or animations, and I think they'll have some fun with that. And the scoring guides will help you with assessing their work. Of course, in folder 3, there wouldn't be any of these supports, so that you and your students can reliably find out their strengths and areas of need. But the questions in folder 2, they're all about helping students learn and improving their math skills. So that's about it. All the content for Insights is in this demo, but some functionality has been limited. So as a result, you can't add students or create reports for those students. Because of that, we've created sample reports that we posted to the demo web page. make sure you check them out. That way you can see all the ways the data can be organized to let you best see how your students are doing. Anyways, happy exploring to you. You're ready to dig into the demo. All the best.